Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Aquarius for the month of November, including late October 2025. Hello Aquarius, welcome. So we are presently in the zodiac sign of Scorpio, good old Scorpio. So there's a lot of things going on beneath the surface that normally stay beneath the surface for the other 11 months of the year, and this month, in this time, they come to the surface. Things that we keep hidden from ourselves and from others. It's probably very personal issues like grief, etc., betrayal, all sorts. But these things, you will notice, will drift to the surface and give us a bit of a surprise, and you think, oh, why am I thinking about that? But yeah, that's the digging and delving of the Scorpio. It's very much going into the depths and bringing up whatever is lurking at the bottom, covered in weeds or whatever. So you are in your 10th house of career and social status, so very Capricornian energy about where you're going in the world, how you want to be remembered, your legacy you want to leave. All those kind of issues will be under the spotlight for this next 4 weeks. So just as housekeeping, I will ask you, please like, subscribe and comment. It helps grow my channel, which hasn't really been growing lately, but I had failed to remind people that it is free, and please do that because I want my channel to grow. Okay, energy around for your next 4 weeks is 3 of Swords, grief, heartbreak. What did I say before about Scorpio? These things will rise to the surface for you in the next 4 weeks. And it's how you deal with them that is really important, Aquarius. It's about confronting them and embracing them and allowing yourself to heal and thus move on a little bit further down the road. They stay with us most of our life, the grief patterns, but as time goes by, we learn to sort of embrace them and take what we can from the lessons we've learned from the loss or the heartbreak or impending loss and heartbreak as well, don't forget, for some of you. Where you are right now is our beautiful Page of Cups, very childlike, very new baby sort of situation, new spark of love coming through that needs to be nurtured, watered and fed to grow into its maximum potential. So this is lovely. You may have met somebody and there's a spark there, or you may have just given birth to a lovely baby, and this is absolute unconditional love personified. But it is also in relationships too. For those who haven't been in one, we get that spark back with the Page of Cups. So he's a messenger, or he could be coming in to tell you this may well happen to you very shortly. The influencing card that we have that has influenced this to come on and the rest of the reading is the moon. So the moon is very powerful. The moon is the unknown. We don't know. So a lot of whatever the moon, it's sort of hides things to a point, and it can sort of illuminate some kind of betrayal or some kind of deception as well. So you may not know. But if it is in fact a new baby that you've welcomed into the world or into your family, it is very much unknown. But it's a very magical time as well because it is unknown and there's loads of potential in it, as we all love the moon. We love the moon and all its phases. It's illumination. Sometimes it can't be seen because it's obscuring. It's been obscured by clouds, whatever, and we're not meant to see anything until the next full moon. Very powerful card, however, and so we just have to go with the flow with this one, because when the moon appears in the spread, we're not really going to know any outcomes yet, or what's hidden will remain hidden for a while, but then it will reveal itself at a later date, probably by the next full moon. But we love the moon, and it's also about nighttime activity, dreams, messages coming through, worries that you may have, you know, about family members or just about yourself. But plod on, it will be fine. Let's have a look in the background. So we're looking September, October time up here, and this is still relevant as we speak. And we have the beautiful sign for Aquarius and the star. So the star is exactly what it says. It is the guiding light. It is the hope and faith. It is the message of the star is keep moving as long as you move forward. And don't get stuck in the past, and don't look back to the past. And don't just get stuck overall. Like, one must move forward, come to great whatever comes our way. And this is also a beautiful card to remind us that everything is as it should be. There are no mistakes. The people that cross our path, the situations we find ourselves in, they're very prophetic in a way when we get the star. So it's one of those wonders of life. But it does encourage us to always keep moving forward, not looking back really, or staying in the past, because that can be quite detrimental, as we've all been there. Recent influences. And we have new beginnings coming through. Another page of good news is on the way for you. Waiting on good news, it's coming. But the page of wands is very much glad tidings coming to you, things that you've been waiting for coming to you. Very energetic card, very much an action-packed card as well. So you can be buckling up your seatbelts, because life will be very busy with this little page of wands coming through. He is the spark. So you've got 2 pages so far, so that's quite interesting actually. But both messengers, and both telling us that, you know, things start from a seed and then they grow to their maximum potential. So we just keep on keeping on. Beautiful card. Lots of energy coming in with this little page of wands too. The lesson you'll be learning. Money coming in, money being available for whatever it is you need, whatever it is you are working towards. If you were thinking about having or needing money for a project or a new job coming in, this is your card that you want. And Ace is also our new beginnings in terms of how you work, what you have to work with your capital. And it's very much a security card too. It talks about don't worry about the money. It's there for you. You have enough for whatever it is you want to do. So once again, very Aquarian kind of reading too, I might say, Aquarius, because of all the signs, you're the most sort of curious and adventurous in knowing that just going to explore whatever's there. You're almost very, very fearless people that I've had the experience of meeting anyway. Near future, 8 of Swords. Don't give your personal power away to anybody. Keeping your power for yourself. And this is like the people pleaser, or yes, I'll go, yes, and cutting it a bit fine sometimes, and then finding yourself thinking, I wish I hadn't. I wish I'd said no. Sort of keeping that power. And I think with what you've got going on at the moment, it's really important to keep that power. And every now and again we do get this card in a reading just to remind us that, you know, you don't have to people please all the time. Sometimes you have to come first, and then you sort of erase all that other business of the guilt and why did I bother and why don't I speak up for myself. So it's keeping that power for yourself, really important. What's happening that you're not realising? Another page. You've got 3 now. 3 children, maybe 3 new beginnings, 3 messengers, sorry. So he's all about, you know, just once again nurturing, feeding, growing, and could be very well much be related to this Ace of Pentacles, where whatever it is you're planning to do financially or otherwise, it's going to work out. It will start as a seed and grow to its optimum. So it's kind of urging you, because it's sitting down here in what you're not realising, it's urging you to move forward and get cracking with whatever this new project is. And just, you know, it's a learning curve as well when we get the pages and the energy of them. So you've got water, you've got fire, and you've got earth. Very interesting. How others see you. I've been exhausted, physically and spiritually exhausted. Take a time out if you can. There's been a lot going on for you, a lot of things on your plate, Aquarius, but as you are, you're very much up for the journey, and you'll sort of gather up your strength and march on regardless. But yeah, you are at a bit of a low ebb in terms of energy at the moment. The tank needs refilling, so that's how others are seeing you. But there has been a lot going on from what I'm gathering here. There's a lot of action going on and a lot of unknowns as well, especially this moon here. We're kind of quite, there is massive unknown, but one must just keep moving with it, because if you stop, you will fall in a heap, and you need to keep moving. What you're feeling positive about. 6 of Cups, the past life card, the reconnection, people from the past. It's very much a Scorpio card, very much that past life card where there's a certain bond there emotionally that is really quite amazing and inspirational for you. Could come from people from the past, but then coming back in and just contacting you suddenly out of the blue, and it's amazing, and you think, wow, that person always did sort of light my fire in a way, in an emotional, intuitive way, and there they are. And so that's very much the theme, and it goes very well with the star and the moon, because it gives you that hope just to keep moving. And even though we don't know what's going to happen either way, we can sort of know that we've got the right people in our corner. The outcome, sorry. And we have the Queen of Cups, very much the receiving queen. She's very intuitive. She's very much a person who is a listener and a receiver of information. She's rarely one that speaks up. She is the ear that listens, and she is very intuitive. So whatever advice she may give you, no matter how brief, it will be poignant. But this I see as a part of you that's coming to the fore as well, because you've got so much of the unknown and just life in general going on here, and new projects, etc., new beginnings in your life, that you need to sort of employ that intuitive side of yourself that the Queen of Cups brings. So that is really lovely to finish up. I think we'll just put a clarifier on that 8 of Swords, the giving our personal power away, because that can be a bit irky really, because you think, oh, well, why do I always find myself in this position? Why can't I just say no and be done with it? Okay, under the surface, letting go. So just letting go, basically it is. Let's see the advice, number 44. Releasing attachments, expectations and desires yet unfulfilled. These are some of the aspects of this card. When you receive this marker on your path, you're required to relinquish control and allow the mystery to act. And she will weave life together as it's meant to be, according to the laws of the cosmos. So it's sort of, in a way, Aquarius, a bit like no control. You don't have control over what's going on at the moment. It is very powerful. But then sometimes just the surrendering to the unknown and to the path ahead really helps, as you can see here. I mean, you've got a lot of joy here, but there's also a lot of grief and unknown quantities in your life moving forward. But I think the letting go card is really good, and it's a process, remember. Okay, thank you so much for listening, Aquarius. So don't forget, like, subscribe and comment helps grow the channel. Thank you. See you next month.